very good evening. It's good to have you join us at the presentation of Channel 8 News. My name is Nafisatu Abdulhamid Dembos. Wife of the President, Oluremi Tinubu, has presented 500 million naira to the state government to support and provide succor to the recent flood victims in Yola South local government area of the state. The First Lady, represented by the wife of the Vice President Nana Kashim Shettima, in a condolence message described the disaster that claimed 29 lives as painful and devastating. Correspondent Billy Isu Abubakar reports.
The devastating effect of flood disaster that recently ravaged 13 communities in Yola South local government area has obviously thrown the victims to difficulties of life. The Renew Hope initiative of Tinubu administration responded not only with 500 million naira, also joined by Abdul Samad Rabiu Africa Initiative, ASR Africa, donated food and non-food items to the victims of the disaster and other vulnerable groups to provide hope and give them a sense of belonging. The wife of the president, represented by Nana Shettima, wife of the vice president, sympathized with the victims, said the federal government is disturbed with the natural disaster.
I pray that Almighty Allah comfort the bereaved families, heal the injured, and strengthen all those affected. May God grant eternal rest to the soul of the departed souls.
And also to bring assurances of continued partnership, continued support, and through this partnership with RHI, we can assure you that we will be steady partners to work to uplift our communities anytime they experience natural or any other kind of disasters across Nigeria and even across Africa.
Similarly, the wife of the president has flagged of the Women Economic Empowerment Program of Tony Elumelu Foundation for small-scale traders in Adamawa, where the beneficiaries receive 50,000 naira each to strengthen their business.
I thank the Tony Elumelu Foundation, who donated 1 billion naira to the Renewed Hope initiative to directly support 18,500 women across the nation. 500 women from each state of the 36 states and the FCT will be receiving 50,000 naira each to strengthen and recapitalize their existing small businesses.
Deputy Governor Professor Kaletapo Farauta, who stood in for Governor Ahmadu Umar Fintri, said the Adamawa State Government is working out modalities for reconstruction of the affected communities, and the donations will surely cushion the effect of the disaster.
I want to thank you for raising the hopes of the common man and the common woman. I want to thank you for coming in today to do what parents do, because you are coming in as a mother of the nation and on behalf of the father of the nation. As a state, we are most grateful. We do not take this for granted.
We know that you have a passionate and compassionate heart for the people of Adamawa State and the nation at large. So we want to say thank you. The women of Adamawa State are saying thank you.
No doubt, as the federal and the Adamawa State government are working to mitigate the effect of the flood disaster, the donation of the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu and other partners has put a smile on the faces of the victims and the vulnerable groups in Adamawa. In Yola, Bilkisu Abubakar, NTA News.
The Nigerian Red Cross Society has organized a two-day meeting with communities residing in flood-prone areas in the states. Correspondent Muadzu Huzaifa reports that the meeting is aimed at improving disaster preparedness and to minimize the impact of flooding across vulnerable communities in the states. The report.
The event with the theme Early Warning for Flood Vulnerable Communities, which is aimed at strengthening campaign on flooding. The meeting, organized by Red Cross Society in collaboration with the United Nations Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, is to further enlightening people on the dangers of flooding. The event, which took place in Yola, brought together community leaders and technical partners to deliberate on the roadmap for implementing early warning in flood-prone areas. Speaking at the occasion, the Nigerian Humanitarian Fund Manager, Kizito Iranya of the United Nations Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, spoke on the flood prevention and community resilience initiatives.
The activities they are going to implement for this response is very key to the success of all the projects that are going to be implemented, and the two allocations. So we really implore you to work collaboratively with all the stakeholders in this response.
NEMA did a presentation, which you see resulted in some 10 million to NEMA, 10 billion to NEMA, 3 billion to each state for flood response, not asphyxiation, for flood preparedness and response anyway.
Representatives Abubakar Ardo Yahya of the Nigeria Red Cross Society emphasized on the urgent need for proactive flood risk reduction strategies.
We are advising them to take measures, which is the precaution, because when flood have started coming, or maybe when the flood come, there is no guarantee that it will not come back, because we are still in the rainy season and we are having a very heavy rainfall, a downpour.
Some community leaders also spoke on flood preventive measures.
The early warnings, which includes monitoring and knowing the levels of waters. If people are well sensitized, I believe the loss of lives and properties will be mitigated.
The Nigerian Red Cross Society and its partners are hopeful that this initiative will lead to more effective flood response and disaster management in the years ahead. In Yola, Maazu Zefa, NTA News.
Away from the state capital, as Kaduna State continues to enjoy peace, stakeholders, including traditional and religious leaders, have gathered to explore ways of sustaining progress. Mohammed Umar Agiji reports that the president of ECOWAS and chairman of GBIS, Balalo, attended the stakeholders' engagement. The report.
It is a gathering of stakeholders in Kaduna State comprising of religious and traditional leaders. They have come together with a common purpose to explore ways of promoting peace and supporting the governor in his effort to transform the state.
Islam promotes peace in heart, peace in home, and peace in the world.
You are not only a bridge builder, but you are a unifier.
And when people are no more poor, their home, their community will become heaven on earth. This is what we want to see in Kaduna State, and this is what we have started seeing in the past 2 years.
In the area of unifying two principal religions, that is Islam and Christianity. We're always, coming together now. Kaduna State is peaceful.
For the governor, the development of Kaduna State is a top priority. He acknowledged that leadership is temporary, and just like his predecessors contributed their quota, he is committed to leaving his own legacies.
When I was giving Holy Quran to take my oath, all of them were sitting in the shade. I was in the sun, holding Quran. When we get back to the office, I told them, I'm the only one that took the oath, and I will be the one to answer everything in the hereafter. Therefore, don't tell me what is not right. I will do what is right, and I will not discriminate against Muslim or Christians in Kaduna State.
The meeting is expected to become a regular forum for collaboration towards moving the state forward. In Kaduna, M. Muhammad Marajingi, NTA News.
Re-electing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best option for Nigeria to continue on the track of progress. These were the words of coalition of grassroots politicians from Zamfara State who converged in Kaduna State to endorse the president to another term in office. Again, Muhammad Umar Ajingi has details.
This coalition of grassroots politicians from Zamfara State under the leadership of Aminu Sani Jaji. They converge here to endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term in office.
We have every reasons to endorse President Bola Ahmed Ashwaju Tinubu, for his unwavering support and commitment to our people, especially at the local level, in terms of empowering local businesses, through different initiatives and different, in different capacities.
The group say the president's visionary leadership, bold economic reforms and renewed focus on grassroots development are their reasons for supporting him.
I wanted to contest in 2027 because he is a good man, he is a good president.
The leader of the movement, Aminu Sani Jaji, commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's strides in security, infrastructure, and national unity.
Some others forum that we have under the association, they all endorse Aswaju and Kashif Shettima. Just like as I said, we have no reason whatsoever not to vote for him. The reason that we voted for him in 2023, the reason is still there. He did what we expected him to do, looking at the infrastructure and so many other things that he did, more particularly to the northern. Look at Gusau to Zaria, Gusau to Sokoto, and then look at Kano, Kasina, and so many other roads across the northwest.
They said they will continue to reach out to people at the grassroots level to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 election. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umarajingi, NTA News.
Well, viewer, with the report from Kaduna State, we have come to the end of today's presentation. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Remain blessed and good night.
Assalamu alaikum, barkanmu da kasancewa tare da ku. Usman Mukhtar zai karanto fassarar labaran. Matar shugaban kasa Oluremi Tinubu ta bada gudunmawar kudi har naira miliyan 500 ga gwamnatin jihar Adamawa domin rage radadi ga waɗanda ambaliyar ruwa ta shafa a karamar hukumar Yola ta Kudu. Matar shugaban kasar wacce matar mataimakin shugaban kasa na Shettima ta wakilta ta bada gudunmawar ne lokacin da ta kawo ziyarar ta'aziyya da kuma jajantawa gwamnati da ma al'ummar jihar Adamawa bisa mummunar ambaliyar da ta auku. Wakiliyarmu Bilkisu Abubakar ta ba mu rahoton cewa ambaliyar ruwa da ta shafi yankuna 13 a karamar hukumar Yola ta Kudu a jihar Adamawa ta jefa waɗanda lamarin ya shafa cikin mawuyacin hali. Shirin mai ɗakin shugaban ƙasa na taimakawa mata da matasa wato Renewed Hope Initiative a turanci ta bada gudunmawar naira miliyan 500 kana shirin tallafawa marasa galihu na Abdulsamad Rabiu Africa Initiative a turanci ta bada tallafin kayayyakin abinci da ma na amfani da waɗanda wato da ma na amfani ga waɗanda ambaliyar ruwa ta shafa da ma masu ƙananan ƙarfi. Matar shugaban ƙasa wacce matar mataimakin shugaban ƙasan na Shettima ta wakilta ta jajantawa al'ummar jihar Adamawa. Ta ce gwamnatin tarayya ta damu matuƙa kan ibtila'i da ta auku a jihar jihar Adamawan. Hakanan kuma matar shugaban ƙasar ta kuma ƙaddamar da shirin bunƙasa rayuwar mata tare da haɗin gwiwar gidauniyar Tony Elumelu don tallafawa ƙananan 'yan kasuwa a jihar Adamawa inda aka baiwa masu amfana da shirin naira 50,000 don bunƙasa kasuwancinsu. Tallafin dai za a bada shi ne ga mata 500 ba wai a jihar Adamawa kaɗai ba har ma a dukkanin jihohin Najeriya hada da babban birnin tarayya Abuja. Gwamna Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri wacce mataimakiyarsa Farfesa Kalitafa Farauta ta wakilta ya ce gwamnati na shirye-shiryen sake gyara wuraren da ambaliyar ta rurrusa. Yana mai godewa gwamnatin tarayya da wannan tallafi. Ko da yake gwamnatin tarayya da gwamnatin jihar Adamawa na shirye-shirye don rage radadin ambaliyar ga waɗanda abin ya shafa, babu shakka gudunmawa da matar shugaban ƙasa ta bayar da ma sauran masu tallafawan zai sanyaya zukatan waɗanda abin ya shafa da ma wasu masu ƙananan ƙarfi a nan jihar Adamawa. Ƙungiyar agaji ta Red Cross ta shirya tattaunawa na yini biyu tare da mazauna yankuna da ake samun ambaliyar ruwa a jihar Adamawa. Wakilin Mu'azu Huzaifa ya ba mu rahoton cewa ganawar na da makasudin rage illoli da ambaliyar ruwa ke haifarwa ta hanyar kimtsawa lamarin akan kari. Ƙungiyar tare da haɗin gwiwar ofishin kula da tallafawa al'umma na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya sun shirya taron ne don ƙara fahimtar da al'umma irin illoli da ambaliyar ruwa ke haifarwa. Jami'an Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya da ma na ƙungiyar agaji ta Red Cross da sauran masu ruwa da tsaki sun ɗauki lokaci suna fahimtar da mahalartan matakan da ya kamata a ɗauka domin kiyaye aukuwar ambaliya da kuma mataki da ya kamata a ɗauka bayan aukuwar ambaliyar domin rage illoli da hakan kan iya haifarwa. To jama'a ya bakin abin da samu kina labarin na yau. An kasance lafiya. Nasu.
assalamu alaikum barkamen e hirtuki jam barkamen do fotta wakati nde mi waddanta on habaruji jemmare hande. Korejo hardido lesindi Oluremi Tinubu hokki gwamnati wato rini gwamnati hakka wallinde naira million temedde joy gam hokkugo be faccambe make mimi hander ko mara jola fombinankere. Wakili Jamin hokki habaru do faccambe make majum dum wi'a manya wato wadi sanar fuso go yonki himbe no gas e jenay ni wadi der lelal komgol fofo dum o leldi korejo ardido lesdi majum mo korejo ballo ardido lesdi nana Kashim Shettima wakilani holli suno mako masin be fe'ano majum. Wakili Jamin hokki habaru do torra faccambe baki majum wadi ni ummatore gure wato himbe gure sappo e tati ni wato patule sappo e tati ni hander ko farajo la fombinankere hunde on dum latti be der torra masin do majum wadi woduki arnugal ardido lesdi wato Tinubu ni bawo ko goccede naira million temedde joy majum ha fahin hubbirde hokkol wallinde nde Abdul Samad Rabiu Africa Initiative wato hokki wallinde ko nyamande be nanta luttun kujeji kareji naftorto dum fu fagobe faccambe bake wajum memi be nanta luttube ummatore lattibe der torra ko le jordi do lezi majum o holli do wato o sinkani ummatoreji adamawa be fe an majum de holli do gomnati mo gallezi bettini masin be fe an majum non ha fayin ko le jordi do lezi majum on biti taskaram sembe dinki robe dum Dadat karam elumelu foundation ngam sembedinki filu mabbe harobe hebi be bote majum dil hoti hebi kala goddo fu hebi cede naira ujune chappan e joy ballo gomna ajiaka professor Kaleta po farauta mo darani do gomna Amadou Umaru Fintiri ha moftorde majum o holdo gomnati do huwa ngam lor ki nyibita nokkuje dum memi majum ndembo holli do wallinde dum arde de college of lezi majum walli tan masin hoitina be masibo fatta majum memi to radio dum be yidata hobbirde hokkol wallinde nde Red Cross taskiti wato dogini gidal nyalde didi hakkunde hobbirde den be nanta jodi be ha nokkuje faccam be make memi nder jihaka wakili jami Muzazum Huzaifa hokki habaru do wato gidal mabbe majum ni wada ma ngam hoytunki torraji fatambe make majum den bo hosgo jabrude kande ngam hisuki yolluki be iren ko nandi non majum gidal majum ni dum wadi wato wadama takiyare baru nder jawal wato hebi yalluki umato be fatambe make majum memi ngambo wato famtine be torraji faccam make majum wakilini be hubbirde kawtal hore lesde duniyaru do kollarani wa hakkaji hakkilinki ngendam ummatore famtini ummatore majum do kollarani torraji faccam make dum bom hunde on dum latti torram masin ha ummatore non ha fahin Abubakar ardo yaya latti do kanko wakkilini do hubbirde hokkol wallinde Red Cross majum holli himbe dinnare yawki anda wato nden edate dum hoitinta fatam be make majum lorki subita ardido lezi Bola Ahmed Tinubu do damde ardido lezi ndi wiama hunde on dum yarata lezi Nigeria yeso masin do majum on hobbirde be siyasa be jiha Zamfara hauti be ha jiha Kaduna be wadi ngam hokkugo bawal bawo mabbe sugi yardi do lezi majum latta kanko lorte subite ha cubi dum titi wade godo bana wigo Muhammad wakilijo NTA Muhammad Umar Ajingini wato subuti hobbirde be siyasa majum be jiha Zamfara majum be hauti on ngam be holla bawal mabbe do lorki subita ardido lezi Bola Ahmed Tinubu yebre didabre ngam laruki kuude bodde de jahol yeso fuddi o yaha yeso ngam heba nasarako timmutunki kuude majum ngam yaruki lezi Nigeria yeso dila tikera tabaruji bi ngoto dungo woron jemmare hande jomira hokku en warugo jam